Hello, everyone, and welcome to Value Capital Funding's podcast, Insights into Better Business Financing. My name is Jeff Kornfeld, and I'm one of the principals here at Value Capital Funding, a family-owned and operated, full-service commercial financing firm located in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. We're here to bring you timely information and tips to help you navigate the vast and sometimes confusing world of small business finance. We invite you to contact us to discuss your business's financing needs, and you can reach us by phone at 800-944-6280 or on the web at valuecapitalfunding.com. Today's topic is especially timely as the coronavirus continues to spread across the globe. So let's talk about it. The coronavirus's market impact and why it matters to every small business. World equity markets, meaning stock markets, have seen greatly increased volatility due to the impact of the coronavirus. The U.S. stock market has literally had both daily losses and daily gains of almost 5% each way, all within a matter of a few days. Why? Fear, hope, boredom, and greed. These are the four emotions that drive investors and money managers to move money in and out of the markets. Today, we are going to focus on fear and greed because that's what's at the heart of the coronavirus moving markets. Let's focus on the fear first. Because of fear of the coronavirus spreading, many flights into and out of Southeast Asia and China and South Korea specifically have been canceled, which has slowed or stopped commerce to and from those regions. For those in China, and now some other countries as well, quarantines have been imposed, which has stopped many people from going to work or any other location outside of their homes. This has slowed demand for many products and services, not just in China, but around the globe. Travel, both inside and outside of those infected regions, has slowed, with expectations to see even more slowing in the coming days, weeks, and months. In our opinion, it's time to transition your business, no matter what industry you're in, from offense to defense in response to the changing economic climate. With the markets being so volatile here in the U.S. and interest rates collapsing to new all-time low yields, how will this affect businesses here in the U.S.? Fear of economic financial loss and fear of the unknown can drive an economy. Question is, will you be ready for the possibility of a tough road ahead? Greed will make your competitors take action now in preparation for economic tightening. Please note that greed is not always a bad thing. It's what will drive savvy business owners to seize their competitive edge now, seeing the economic glass as half full instead of half empty, and use this as an opportunity to prepare for the worst. If an economic slowdown is coming, we'll all have less to spend on everything. Is your business dependent upon a strong consumer? How about a strong economy? And quite frankly, whose isn't these days? If so, you may want to put up your antenna and pay very close attention, because I'd like to transition now into our final segment entitled Proactive Strategies Every Business Owner Should at least Consider Before the Coronavirus Infects Your Business. First, increase your financing capacity now. Let's face it, lenders are people with emotions too, and they experience fear and greed also. Historically speaking, lenders as a class always lend too much at the top of an economic cycle and not enough during the economic downturns. If you've lived through these cycles before, then you know financing offers for your business are always plentiful when the times are good. But how about when things start to slow down? Not so much, right? So, before you have a dire need for financing, and before the lending community tightens lending qualifications and loan sizes, take action. We liken it to a squirrel gathering nuts for the winter. Everyone knows that a squirrel will gather all those nuts and store them up in advance of a cold, harsh winter ahead. I think you know where we're going with this, right? Well, just like that squirrel, we advise all business owners to make sure that you bolster your available financing facilities now and be conservative with the amount that you think you need. for your business to survive. Because, well, we've seen it happen before, and we'll see it happen again, but we definitely don't want it to happen to you. During the Great Recession from around 2007 to 2009, many businesses who were in good standing with their lending facilities had their credit lines cut by 30 to 50%, and new applications for credit were being declined like crazy. It's almost like there was no available business financing out there unless you were a Fortune 500 company. The very valuable lesson we learned from that is to be like that squirrel. Bolster your credit facilities now in advance of what can very well be a harsh economic winter coming just ahead. What's your downside? None. You'll have the extra borrowing capacity whether or not we have a lingering economic downturn. How about the flip side though? Meaning you do nothing, make no preparations, and we get the equivalent of an economic winter. How would your business fare? Only you know the answer to that question, but for many, the stress level alone would kill them. So, why do it the hard way when there's an easier way? Second, refinance all the high-cost debt on your books now. Use the decline in bond yields and market rates to refinance your cost of financing, if at all possible. That makes common sense, right? So, be opportunistic and view the decline in market rates as a silver lining. Consider refinancing not only your business debt, but your home mortgage too. Remember, the glass is half full, not half empty. It's all a matter of perspective, right? Lastly, manage your accounts receivables more closely than ever before. If your business sells goods or services to other businesses and has to wait days, weeks, or even months to get paid, then those outstanding amounts due to your business are called accounts receivables. Perhaps you've heard of the term factoring. Factoring is a business financing technique where you utilize your accounts receivables to create much needed liquidity today. It is said that factoring was brought to America by the Pilgrims in 1620. Can you imagine that? In fact, it's used in a wide variety of industries, from construction to wholesale to manufacturing to staffing industries, and just about everything in between. Most importantly, Mr. and Mrs. Savvy Business Owner, it's secured financing, which usually has much better terms than unsecured financing and can help you manage cash flow and be better prepared for any potential coronavirus-induced tougher times that might lie ahead. Also important going forward, start looking for slow payers and have a strategy in place now for when your average days outstanding start to increase, as they surely will in a slowing economy. This is important because accounts receivable are more valuable the younger they are. The closer they get to 90 days old, the less likely a finance company will view them as collectible, and they will be greatly discounted. Accounts receivable over 90 days old will not even be accepted for factoring. So, now, more than ever, keep an eye out on those customers elongating their payment cycles. The bottom line is this. At best, we're in for a tricky time period ahead in the U.S. economy and in the global economy as well. Between the coronavirus and the upcoming U.S. election, there's bound to be some hesitancy or pause coming to the economy. That just makes common sense, and that's a best-case scenario. What if things get a bit more dicey? And no, we're not being alarmists, but just what if that slowdown becomes a real recession? How would your business fare? Be proactive by being the squirrel and prepare now. You will certainly have a better chance of surviving the winter and thriving come spring. Well, that about wraps it up for today, folks. Thank you for listening to Value Capital Funding's podcast, Insights into Better Business Financing, with me, Jeff Kornfeld. We invite you to contact our group of dedicated professionals to discuss your business's financing needs, and you can reach us by phone at 800-944-6280 or on the web at valuecapitalfunding.com. Value Capital Funding, where our mission is to help businesses like yours secure affordable financing simply and quickly. We hope you'll tune in again next time, everyone. Bye for now.